Hey everybody, this video is about how to assemble our bedside valet that we've created for the July 2019 box of making. And as usual, when we do one of these videos, I wanted to start with a nice product up front, and then we're going to open the bag and see the pieces and parts that are in it. This is one of the few things we've done that doesn't have any screws in it. So we'll walk through the pieces and parts in the bag and talk about what you're going to do to decorate them. Remember, once you open the bag and get things ready, you're going to want to sand everything carefully before you finish it and decorate it. The tolerances on this one tend to be a little tight, so be careful with using paint on it, just to make sure nothing gets in the slots or makes anything too thick. You might have to sand if you use paint as your decorating mechanism. But I'm going to quickly open the bag and take a quick look at the pieces, and then we're going to zoom in and show them to you in a little more depth. When you take the pieces out of your bag, what you're going to see is a bunch of little odd shaped things. I'm going to take the little pieces and put them over here on the side for now, and we'll talk about the four big pieces first. First, you've got the back of your valet, and then there are two pieces with a hole in it. The one with the big hole and the slots is going to be the bottom layer, so the big hole is actually going to go on the back. And then this piece is going to go on top of that, and then when you do your final assembly, this piece will go on the top of those two, like so. So we're going to stop the tape for 1 second and zoom in and look at the rest of the smaller pieces. Now let's take a quick look at the parts. This is going to be the face plate of your valet, so you're definitely going to want to make sure you decorate both sides of it as you get started. And then we've got the bottom piece, which is going to be mostly covered up except for these two intersections here. And the piece that goes above that, which on the back is really going to be visible. And as we set this on top, you'll notice that most of that front half goes away. So don't do anything too fancy with it, or you'll be very, very sad. Now you also have, for pieces in your bag, 3 little feet. These are going to be your vertical feet that go in and lock into place to hold your valet in place. You're going to have 2 little puppy dog, llama, something shaped pieces that are going to get hooked together like this and go on the front of your valet. And then you're going to have the 2 phone holder pieces that will lock into place this way, and the 2 pieces that go on the front of this. So there aren't very many pieces in this, but I think there's some fairly fun opportunity for decorating. So take the pieces, go away, decorate, and then come back and we'll tell you a little bit about how to put it together. All right, now that you've decorated all your pieces, let's go ahead and put them together. And I'm going to start with the piece with the little dotted lines in it, and my 3 little turtle pieces. So the holes here are going to go towards the front, and I'm just going to take the turtles and carefully slide them through the holes. So I know they fit. There we go. And take the 3 turtles and slide the 3 turtles through the 3 holes and slide them back into place so that they can't escape anymore. And then we want to put the base down, and we're going to glue these 2 together like this. So I want to put my glue on the top, and I'm going to put glue in 2 different places. I'm going to glue the back side from here, so I don't end up with all this extra glue here. And I'm going to put a bead of glue across here, and then I'm going to switch over to my other piece. I'm going to get glue in this hole like so, so that we're sure we've got these 2 nicely connected together. And now these slots become our guides for making sure we're perfectly aligned between the two pieces. And we can glue the two halves of the project together. And now we've got the top on. Now we're going to add one more layer, but let's add it after we slide the valet in. And the one I've got has a little bit of warp in it, but that shouldn't matter very much because all we're going to do is set it in this way. Let's carefully latch it into the holes. And make sure it slides nicely into place. All the way down and sits nice and flat in our base like that. And we're almost done. Now this piece is meant to go here and kind of provide some guidance against the front of the box. As well. I'm going to go ahead and slide that in like this, and now you can see how tightly those two things slide together. So the easiest way to get that into place and glued in nicely is just to go do this, and that's actually going to lock my turtles into place as well, so they can't go anywhere. And now I've got a nice deep spot to put rings or other bits of jewelry in and to hold them carefully for me. So now I'm ready to work up and do a few things to the top of my valet. I'm going to use these two little space alien-like pieces, and they're going to go in opposite directions, one on each side, and then they're going to slide nicely into place as well. And they should slide into place just to this side of the hole. And the piece that's going to go on the front of those are these little T's, which can be glued into place if you want to, or just set into place and pressure fit. I suspect you'll want to glue them in the long run. So you'll glue those in like that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Since this is going to end up being my sample piece that will go to art and wine festivals with me, I probably won't glue in the aliens. And now I've got a great phone holder. And the last thing I want to do, and this is completely optional, but I think they're kind of going to be a fun addition, is this pair of little hangers for one more thing. I got you lots of looseness in here. They should go in nicely. You can glue them together or not. I think in this case I'm going to want them glued. So I am just going to put a little line of glue between them. The reason for two is they're obviously much, much stronger, but make sure that they're lined up really carefully. If you do that, make sure they go in smoothly. And again, they should be pretty loose left to right, but they're going to be nice and stiff on the piece itself. If you're worried about them twisting a little bit, then all it will take is a single dot of glue right there as you slide them down and let them sit in place. And now you've built your lovely little bedside valet. If you don't put this in, it makes a great stand for paper or a magazine or anything else you might want as well. You could use it for recipe books or recipe cards, whatever you want to use it for. Thanks so much.